Just thank you for that. We're now going to resume the meeting, and that's with the leader's statement. I'll ask the leader to read his statement, and then I will ask the leaders of the opposition groups to respond in the usual way. Following that, I will invite other members to respond to the leader's statement. Members invited to speak will have 3 minutes. This item has an overall time limit of 30 minutes to ensure broad fairness. I will try to invite responses from members of the administration and the opposition groups in roughly equal numbers. This may mean that I deviate from the order in which members have indicated to wish to speak. Can I please remind all members that responses must be responses to the issues raised in the leader's statement. I invite Councillor Gibson to give his verbal statement. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And if you just connect me to the item, then I'll be obliged. In many respects, members, it is with a heavy heart that I commence my leader's statement this evening. Frankly, I sincerely hope that I never again have to stand before you all on an occasion where it befalls me to commence with reflections on the passing of a serving councillor. Notwithstanding all the heartfelt tributes that have already been heard here in the chamber, I would just like to formally reflect on the loss of Councillor Kennington, holding up his character and courteous manner as an exemplar standard. I am indeed indebted to Councillor Booth for his moving tribute, and to members of all of the group for their kind words and light expressions of condolence this evening, which clearly demonstrates that in this chamber, people transcend politics at the most difficult of times. One of the many qualities that I personally admired in Ken was his openness and the spirit which I knew he would accord. When elected leader of this council, I undertook to strive for a more open approach. To that end, I recently held the first of a proposed regular meeting forum for all group leaders from both this administration and the opposition. The meeting was convened and conducted on an informal basis in an air of mutual trust and respect, and was acknowledged by all to be a very valuable and welcome forum, where frank and open discourse was facilitated. The I made was to strive to ensure that we maintain the impetus in our commitment to the environment and health agenda. Continue to build upon the excellent work that has already been undertaken previously. One pledge I didn't make, however, was one of appearing to become a covert vexillologist. Whilst it is a privilege for me to metaphorically fly the flag for Swale, it is even more gratifying to observe the physical flags awarded to this council by outside bodies. On that note, I'm delighted that Swale Council is celebrating receiving a Green Flag Award for both Milton Creek Country Park and Organ Paddock Works Country Park. The Green Flag Award scheme is managed by the environmental charity Keep It Tidy, under licence from the Department for Levelling Up Housing and Communities. The charity recognises and awards well-managed parks and green spaces, setting the benchmark standard for the management of green spaces across the United Kingdom. The news that Milton Creek and Organ Paddock Works have achieved this accreditation is testament to the hard work and dedication of the team that care for those green spaces, so that residents and visitors alike can enjoy them. And I congratulate the team on its exceptional achievement. And whilst congratulating them, I also pay tribute to the magnificent cohort of volunteers who work extremely hard and tirelessly alongside staff to create parks and green spaces that meet the exacting standards expected of green flag parks. I know just how much these spaces matter to people, so it's so pleasing to see recognition of all the hard work that is put into maintaining them by one and all. It's also gratifying to have those sentiments echoed by the Keep Britain Tidy's Green Flag Award scheme manager, Paul Todd MBE. He commented, "These are vital green spaces for the community in Swell, bringing people together and providing opportunities to lead healthy lifestyles. The staff and volunteers do so much to ensure that it maintains the high standards of the Green Flag Award, and everyone involved should feel extremely proud of their achievement." Whilst acknowledging that ringing endorsement, it is worth noting that this is the second consecutive year that the Mill Creek Country Park has received the award. But incredibly, it is the 18th, yes, 18th year in a row that all gunpowder works, which really is some shining accolade. Congratulations to all. Maintaining my focus on health and continuing on the outdoor theme, we've entered into a partnership to invest in and refurbish public park tennis courts in Swale. Park tennis courts at Milton Recreation Ground and King George Plainfield Sittingbourne will be renovated with an investment of £124,000 from the UK Government and LTA Tennis Foundation. £32,000 will also be invested by Swale Borough Council, helping to provide enduring quality facilities for the local community. Park tennis courts provide an invaluable opportunity to afford both children and adults the opportunity to get active and benefit their physical and mental health. Accessible facilities in parks are particularly important in opening the sport up to a wider range of people. And the project is part of a nationwide investment by the UK Government and the LTA Tennis Foundation to refurbish public tennis courts across Great Britain. We will be working together with local tennis providers and the LTA to deliver a range of activities across the park sites. This will include weekly organised free park tennis sessions for all ages, play levels and experience, where equipment will be provided. This means that people will not need to be precluded from participation due simply to having no opponent or indeed their own racket. Local tennis leagues will also provide friendly social opportunities to get active through local competition. Work on the sites is expected to be completed by autumn this year, and I look forward to this investment providing high quality facilities for our residents for many years to come. And who knows, maybe even producing the next Andy Murray, Alfie Hewitt, or even more parochially, Virginia Wade. In closing, can I wish those of you who are taking the opportunity to have a summer break, a safe trip if you're travelling outside of Swale, and even safer if you're travelling inside, of course, and a restful time until we reconvene for our next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Gibson.
Madam Mayor, on the tennis courts, I think it's good that we are getting this investment. Well done to the officers that worked on this and made it possible. I do just think we should also remember there is other sports needs across the borough. Hopefully that we can take any other opportunities that come up to get that. But it's good that again there's the groups there that do run those facilities as well and get the people involved. Thanks to them as well for the help that they've done on that. And especially also with the green flag, it's great that we have got again Milton Creek for the second time. And it's the volunteers really that do work hard and make all these things possible. I remember talking about 6 years ago when we were looking at our play strategy and sports pitches and talking about the green flags and how we really wanted to get. It was great that all Gunpowder Works had a green flag. We really did want to get another one, and it's good that we have done. I think something that was said there, and hopefully the leader will agree that we can continue, is to make sure that there is another green flag, hopefully in the future. We said that we would like one for each area. It's good that Sittingbourne and Faversham have got green flags now, and hopefully in the future we'll get one for the islands, maybe at Barton Point. And the leaders meeting, thank you to the leader for doing these meetings. I think it's great that we can actually sit down around the table talking about it. And I think there's, from my understanding of the meeting, there's a lot that we can actually work together with and bring things forward. hopefully we'll see those meetings continuing regularly and work together well. Thank you.
Councillor Hunt, I invite Councillor Henderson to give his response to the statement, please.
I particularly like to thank the leader in relation to the country park at flagging up. And also flagging up the volunteer work which is done. I wonder in that context if I can ask him to encourage our communications department when they are putting press releases out on this, or inventive, a bit more, and talk to and get quotes from the people on the ground, rather than, and this applies across everything, simply generating quotation. I targeted it to in regards to country park. He up 100 yards away from it, and I'm sure he takes a walk. But the friends, the people on that friends group who have been working there for 14 of those 18 years, they are the ones who should be talked to and who should be put. So that's one point. The other point, just picking up on the tennis, that was just saying we are seriously in sports in Aberystwyth. We have the tennis club on the rec. Fairly available to the public, so any opportunities there would be useful. And in particular, whether it's tennis or whether it's football or whether it's other sport, when we are hunting 106 money as part of the investment in, we try to nudge a bit more out of the developers in order that training by and also with.
Councillor Henderson. Now I'd like to invite any other members that want to give a response. Please.
Thank you, Chair. I'd also like to pay tribute to the volunteers at Milton Country Park. I mean, they work tirelessly there to improve it. Country Park, that piece of land has come leaps and bounds over the last few years, especially with the investment, with the previous administration, toilets, cameras, etc. So this group really worked very hard, and also I know the other groups that work very hard within this borough to improve our open spaces, and also the tennis courts in Milton, which are working with the Lord Tennis Association, have done a marvellous job, and speaking as the board councillor, to see the way Milton Bridge is really coming leaps and bounds is a great credit to this borough. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Winkworth. Councillor Gibson to respond to the member's response.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Firstly, responding to Councillor Hunt's comments. Yes, it's as a sportsperson myself, I'm very, very keen on all sports, and you know what, it's difficult. It's not an endless sport, but we should consider you know, all of the sports, and in fact, some of those are more marginal. And in terms of green flag, we will definitely strive. I'll certainly be pushing and having conversations with Councillor Lehman and his role and the environment to try and get in that direction, because it would be great. It would be lovely to have a blue flag in Sittingbourne, but I don't think it's going to be very appropriate. Or even a red one, you might say. Yes, the meetings with leaders is great, and that's one of the things that I actually said when I stood up at the Anglo Council, that I want this council to work that way. I want everybody to have a say. You know, we haven't got monopoly with ideas, and that's an excellent forum to do it. We do it informally, and I say that I think everybody feels safe in sharing what we need to share to move us forward. Thank you, Councillor Henders, for acknowledging the 18th of Ward, and I mean that really is magnificent. I take on board what you're saying. I had a conversation just this lunchtime with our community manager, so rest assured that situation will be addressed going forward. So tennis courts and function, yeah, once again, we'll try to look at everything around, and the 106 money is a great way to access more than we think. What I did find disappointing in Councillor Henderson's response was you mentioned tennis, mentioned football, mentioned cricket. How was that?
No.
I couldn't sign off with that. So, thank you very much, Madam Mayor, and thank you, members, for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Gizmo, we'll try to time you out then. In that case,